Attributing points. How video games provide emotional and physical growth. Critical Hits, writers playing video games is a perfect example of my point. Seeing this collection of novels written by people who have been touched by video games like me has been incredible and stands as a real basis for my argument. Throughout Delson's essay, he speaks about the person he was before and how, during the process of playing through Hollow Knight, he grew both physically and mentally. This game is a true testament to the skill of the player, is wonderfully challenging, and will always be a fantastic piece of fiction. Hollow Knight challenges the player to grow alongside the knight, and it's safe to say that many people like Delson have shared a very similar experience. These games force you to learn and to persevere no matter what it throws at you. And for Delson, that was the Crystal Guardian. An example of video games teaching us perseverance is Delson's experience with a boss from Hollow Knight called the Crystal Guardian. Delson details his experience with the Crystal Guardian, repeatedly stating, "I battled the Crystal Guardian and lost," in between moments of self-improvement. Most notably for our purposes, he experiences lifting weights and strength training. He creates these moments of repetition to signify repeated growth and continual effort. Supporting Delson's experience in video games can enhance sports performance and motivation, written by Elizabeth Haynes and Lauren Silverman. The authors argue for the feasible benefits behind playing games in a physical and strategic sense. While Delson is a perfect example of more realistic and grounded benefits that you could relate to as an individual, the article is a more widely studied proof of my claim. Haynes et al. State that video games are the most common reason that professional athletes use video games to enhance their mastery of new strategies and to become more aware and responsive to the strategies that might be used by their competitors. This, paired with Delson's experience battling the Crystal Guardian and identifying its weak points, allowing him to further progress, proves that video games are a viable method of understanding strategy, improving reaction time and split decision thinking. In a moment between life and death, you have to move. Video games provide that action with no real consequence to the player. When given a game like Hollow Knight, players are encouraged to die, learn, and try again, causing them to overcome obstacles. Hollow Knight's design plays into this feature. The game is entirely hand-drawn, meaning that each attack has a tell. Going against a new enemy for the first time is unpredictable and scary, but you begin to develop recognition for its patterns. Video games are also methods for teaching us structure and balance. In Larissa Pham's essay Status Effect, she refers to the game Genshin Impact as a way to be able to understand her depression. These digital worlds exist as places players can retreat to vent frustration in a safe, controlled environment. Haynes et al. Write that they offer a sandbox in which people can experiment with fewer risks to their self-esteem and physical safety. Pham's message is parallel to the idea of a sandbox. Pham discusses the many ways players can explore, fail, and overcome the many challenges in Genshin Impact. Using games to learn and overcome hardship is proven by their structure. Pham utilized her experience with gaming to discover new terminology for her issues. Through gaming, she became more capable in her ability to determine the meaning behind the problems in a way unlike any other. Pham refers to the chronic headaches from her youth and her depression as debuffs, stating that she laughed out loud upon discovering how fitting the word was for her. Video games give us a voice and an outlet for our issues. Albrook et al. Aligns with this claim, as they argue for the proven benefits behind playing games as an outlet. They state individuals who play MMORPGs, both for moderate periods of time and for social purposes, had significantly lower levels of psychological symptoms, including depression, stress, and anxiety. Looking at Genshin alone, it's a game meant to be social. That's what MMORPGs are about. Games such as Genshin can lose their luster when played alone, so they encourage players to engage with one another. Pham corroborates this point when she mentions being able to rope her roommates into playing with her. This format was made to engage people, bring them together, and allow them to enjoy the time they spend. Through gaming, we meet new people. We deepen relationships with those we already know, and we spend time doing something we can enjoy. This sort of environment promotes positive relationships between people and prevents us from becoming antisocial. Gaming gives us the safety net we need to catch us when we fall. All those factors contribute to the betterment of our health and relationships. While solo games like Hollow Knight back up my evidence, mixed with Delson and Haynes et al., together they provide us with the motivation to become more active and learn to adapt from what gaming has to offer. Multiplayer games, like Genshin Impact, promote structure with returning rewards and a chance at deepening relationships. We see new perspectives and learn new vocabulary. All video games are is another mode of transportation for development. If we begin to recognize the realistic benefits of gaming, then we can become more physically and emotionally stronger. Whether it's a message you take from a game to motivate you, or the game being your motivation, There's a distinct point that gaming has to offer. You just have to look for it.
Hi, I'm Ben Guggen. I hope you enjoyed my video essay thing. The little guy that you've been seeing, his name is Red. He's just a little guy that I draw. I hope that he kept you fairly entertained over my strangely monotone yapping. I promise that I'm not sad. I don't know. I ended up sounding pretty monotone and, I just kind of ran with it. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to record something a little off the cuff. I hope this motivated you to go play a video game or to be a little critical about your video games and what they mean. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed.